up, guys?
What's up?
We are here
Would
for
you
a
consider
quick.
this to be? Is
Go
this
ahead.
week 19 or is this week 0? What are we gonna call it?
Honey, this is the playoffs, honey. And I wanted to use another word, but this is the playoffs. You know, if you know, fill in the blanks. Listen, look at us being here. Talk about the playoff. Can you believe it?
Who would have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk, right? The only thing I wanted
this year was
Go ahead.
To be fair, if you've been watching Quick Blitz the last half of the season, you knew that this was a very, very real possibility.
It was a real possibility, but I'm thinking like at the beginning of the year, I would not have. It was like, it's been such a rough several years as a reporter for the team, and we see what the fans go through, and like, shout out to Panthers fans because y'all deserve all the nice things for real.
For sure. Y'all been through it. Y'all been through the ringer for sure. But you said, and you've been saying, Vashti, that this Bucs team was not like that. Now, you know, maybe it's a little juxtaposition with the Panthers coming off a loss in week 18. But if the Bucs were like people thought they were, the Panthers we wouldn't have even been in position to hate watch New Orleans and Atlanta yesterday.
Well, they started off 6-2. And everybody basically was like, all right, well, they're going to win the NFC South and I looked, I didn't realize that they had won the NFC South 4 years in a row. That's unusual for a division like the NFC South, but they would have won it for 5 years in a row, but they didn't because they fell off and they became the Bucs team that I always thought they were, personally.
You definitely have always thought they were that.
No
you
tea,
have.
no
you,
shade.
You definitely have.
No tea, no shade, but it wasn't giving dominance to me.
Dominant. And I was going to say, you said they started 6-2. The Colts started 8-0. So imagine how their fan base feels.
Poor thing.
That's crazy.
But we're here. We are at a 7:00 time, y'all, between traveling back and everything, press conferences. We wanted to give you a little lunchtime. Thingamajig, but we're here at 7:00. We got people in the chat. The chat is going, so we appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. And we're gonna get started. Go ahead, Sheena.
We got to start with the Bucs loss. What happened? What went right? What went wrong? And I mean, that was a loaded game, Vashti. But the Panthers still lost by 2 points. There were a lot of different instances on both sides of the ball that we can speak to. We'll get into the officiating because we know that we have to talk about that. We'd be remiss to not talk about was probably the most poorly officiated game, one-sided officiated game in recent memory. And, national media national, pundits and analysts that might not pay attention that closely to Carolina were even having to say, look, man, I mean, these calls are egregious, but we'll get into that. Let's talk about what the Panthers could control on the field. And third down was an Achilles heel for them on both sides of the ball.
Terrible. Third down, if they had gotten off of the field on third down once or twice, or stayed on the field once or twice, it wouldn't have even come to waiting on Atlanta to win the game. Offensively, they were 1 for 8 on third down, and Tampa Bay converted 8 of 15 on third down. That's above 50%. And then the Panthers, 1 of 8. Abysmal. And I don't understand how they get in these ruts, and it wasn't for the defense. They weren't converting 3rd and 1. They were converting 3rd and long. And Evero's scheme and Evero's defense is supposed to force you in a 3rd and long. You're supposed to get off the field on 3rd and long. Like, there absolutely no excuse.
Yeah. Don't force them into 3rd and long and then just walk them down the field, because that's what he was doing. It's 3rd and 7. They're playing 10 yards off the receivers. Baker isn't Tom Brady, but he's serviceable. If you give him that, he's going to take it. How many rushing yards did he have?
31. Baker had 31 rushing yards
But it
on
seemed
4
like
attempts.
more than that. It seemed like
No,
more than that.
it did. It felt like it because of
Yeah.
he had those runs at critical times. The longest run was for 11 yards. So, yeah, I mean, Baker on third down, you have 4 rushing attempts. 3 of them or 2 of them or 3 of them on third down for a conversion. Yeah, it seems like it was more than what it was. But it was I don't know. The third down and the run game, 19 rushing yards.
That's kind of embarrassing. Not going to hold you.
That's
You had 2 backs that are coming off 1,000-yard seasons. Rico Dowdle had been running well. He's had a solid season, but 19 yards rushing is abysmal, and you're not going to win many games in the National Football League if you can't at least establish some sort of run, like just serviceable. 19 yards is insane.
This is what Rico had to say. This is what Rico had to say after the game about that.
Like you said, missed opportunity. I take a large part of the blame for it, and just got to be better. Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity, though. A letdown for everybody.
Do you think Rico is right in him taking a large part of the blame for the run game?
I think everybody along that line and in the backfield has to take some blame for that. I know that they did change cleats. Trevor Etienne and Chuba all changed cleats early, or spikes, I'm sorry. Went to longer spikes later or early on in the game. I know that Rico had some slippage. The flea flicker is what is triggering everybody. Everybody felt a way about that particular play. But I do think that he's right to take not the brunt of the responsibility, but everybody along the offensive line and the offensive backfield has to take responsibility for that.
Yeah, and Rico, like a lot of running backs, are streaky, and he had his streak, which benefited the Panthers. Now maybe he's able to go on another streak after having somewhat of a dry spell. You can't necessarily abandon the run. Last week, Canales ran the ball 20 times and passed 35, and this is in a game where you down. So it's not like he completely abandoned the run. There was slippage.
It just wasn't productive.
It wasn't productive. They were slipping all over the field. Yeah. Rico wasn't hitting holes or finding lanes like he usually does. So this week will be a gut check for that run game specifically, because I think they still have it in them. They just got to get back in that groove.
Darius said who's on the drum Darius said who's on the drum this weekend. I'm trying, y'all.
Do you want to talk about this now, or we want to talk about this later?
We can talk about that later when we preview the Rams. Yeah, we can talk about that when we preview the Rams. Yeah, we can talk about that later when we preview the Rams. But yeah, someone just said that, through week 9, they were number 1 in rushing. Now they're, sorry, let me scroll up a little bit. Now they're 29th. But they could be getting a boost to that running game if Rob Hunt is able to go this week. We'll get, I guess, a clearer inclination of where he stands in his return to play tomorrow. There'll be because there've been walkthroughs. Like, these have just been 2 unorthodox weeks with Saturday games.
Yeah. I got Canales addressed Rob Hunt. We had a couple of questions in the chat about Rob Hunt. This is what Canales said about Rob Hunt today.
Big week of evaluating Rob and seeing if he's physically ready to take on the game. Again, wanted to make sure, going into last week, I wanted to make sure that he'd be able to play an entire game, not something where he's going to pop out there for a couple series and, be moving around, just for the ebbs and flows of it, just getting your rhythm, getting your hands on people and getting back to football. And so this is a really big week. We have a couple of practices to be able to see what that looks like with Rob out there. And, these are guys that he's been around. He's been here the whole time, rehabbing here in-house, getting stronger here. And he's been in all the meetings. He's been in all the conversations. So, nothing has gone by him in terms of how we've evolved together as a group. So we'd be leaning on that part, that he's ready mentally to go. Physically, that's really the question we have to figure out this week.
If Rob is ready, do you play him?
Absolutely. Why not? This is win or go home. It ain't like he can hold him on to next week.
Do you worry about Russ?
No, I think I don't. I think he's a veteran. I don't worry about Russ, and I think that it's kind of like riding a bike for guys like him, or at least the Panthers hope so. He said he didn't want to be selfish and get out there last week. Mentally he's ready to go, just like Coach said. Physically, you don't know. I mean, I don't know about having him being able to play a whole game versus just none. I mean, I do. If he's serviceable for some series and he can add a spark to that line, I think you definitely put him in there. That's what you're paying him for. And it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, if he can go, he gotta go. He gotta go.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go. There's no next week if they don't take care of business. So I think you let him play. If his body is physically ready, I think you throw him out there.
And you got depth and you want to get the run game going. You need something to add a spark to the run game. And he's a guy who likes to run the ball. The offensive line likes to run the ball. Try to do something to get that going. That's really the only way that you're going to compete with a team like LA. The officiating on Sunday. This is what Canales said.
It was so bad that we were getting mad.
This is what Canales said about the officiating after the game.
I don't really want to get into that because we just didn't play well enough, offensively speaking. We didn't get our run game going. A bad day on third down, which doesn't give us an opportunity to extend the drives and really have a balanced offense the way that we can play. Some missed opportunities out there. So it really just has to be on us and about the execution and all of us making sure we're in the right place at the right time.
But in a game this close, when you're right there at the end, does officiating not come into play if there are questionable calls?
Certainly is a factor, but at the same time, there's a whole game that we got to consider, and we didn't get enough done, and that's what we got to look at ourselves, and the things that we missed, and I'm sure there's going to be some opportunities, when we watch the film that we're going to wish we'd have had.
What do you think about that response?
I think that was a politically correct response. He does not want to get in trouble with the league. That's all I got. It's the political response. And everyone's going to say that you don't want the game to come down to the refs, but you should be able to have competent and fair, unbiased officiating, period. Like, again, this isn't like it was just one, play that could have gone either way. These were terrible calls, and they were just back to back to back, terrible calls and non-calls. Getting your helmet ripped off in the middle of a game, like in broad view of at least 3 to 4 officials, and no one does anything about it, like no 15-yard, like nothing. It's not addressed at all. I think that it was just egregious to the point where, you had people weighing in from everywhere across the country because that was the only game that was on at that time, and this was a big game. I do think that they cost them a lot of momentum. It's not like they, ruled a touchdown or non-touchdown or anything like that. But for sure, it killed momentum. There's 42-yard swing on that Tetaroa. Would have been like a 31, 32-yard gain and put them into Bucs territory. Instead, they end up punting, taking a 15-yard OPI. When we saw him do nothing more than what we see almost every elite wide receiver in the NFL do Sunday in and Sunday out.
Respectfully speaking, damn getting in trouble with the league. Damn being nice. And damn,
you gotta have your guys back.
Because let me tell you what, like, if you got Bryce advocating and Bryce at the refs, like, what's going on? Forget about the fans. Yeah. Forget about the media. Your players are watching you. Your players are watching you. Your players are watching to see how you come out. Like Canales, I agree with Canales staying true to himself. I'm an advocate for that. I know he's every now and then you got to put that nice guy stuff to the side, and you got to say, and it doesn't even have to be. It doesn't have to be in a way that's like disrespectful. You could say, you know what? You couldn't ignore that the officiating was bad. Like the officiating was not good. We should not be put in a position where missed calls and unfortunate events would cause us the game. Something like that. You could have. I feel like he could have handled it in a way. Something. And we didn't get to talk to them yesterday morning. And maybe he would have said something if we talked to him after he watched the tape. Yeah. But You gotta
I agree.
we gotta look within ourselves. We know that. We know y'all should have won the game. We know y'all didn't do enough to win the game. But what about that backwards pass where the erroneous whistle and you weren't given an opportunity to run the play again? What about Tommy Tremble getting his helmet ripped off? What about the PI call? What about the PI call against 21 when the dude tripped over his own feet? What about the PI call against T-Mac? These are all critical plays that put the Bucs in a position to win. You can't do that. You can't have
not
that
in a game of that magnitude.
Listen, you think Pete Carroll would have said something? Absolutely.
He would have spit that gum out and got to chewing. But that's the thing, though. And like you said, Canales' personality, you do want to stay true to yourself, but at the same time, you've been in the trenches with these guys. You want them to know that you have their back. You want them to know that, look, we're not going to get hosed by everybody. I mean, they threw a challenge and won a challenge, but that was something I don't even say minor. Yeah, because it negated a first down, but still, like, just the T-Mac flag after he caught the ball. Usually, if there's going to be a PI, like you have it, that flag is thrown early in the play. And, like you said, the erroneous whistle, and then the explanation that we were given after the game. Because I asked him specifically, I said, hey, did they discuss that play with you? What happened on the backwards pass and calling it incomplete and saying it was out of bounds? He said that no, they had not. That was before we got the pool report. Later on, the pool report implied that the Panthers could have replayed the down. I think that Brad Allen is your mom watching this, Vashti?
No.
He's a fucking liar. He's a liar. He's a freaking liar. Like, I think that he just flat out lied. Because what coach do you know is going to accept a loss of yardage like that?
Well, Canales said that he wasn't given the option at all.
He said he wasn't given the option at all. I don't think that Canales is lying about that. I don't know any coach that would have taken, that would have turned down replaying that down and took the loss of yards instead. I completely, I think that Brad Allen lied.
Yeah, he wasn't given the option, or I don't know if Brad Allen said that he should have been given the option, or they gave him the option.
No, he said that they gave him the option. He said that the Panthers had the option to replay the down.
Yeah, that's absolutely not true. There's no way I believe that.
That's what I said when I said.
You ever been around a nice person and they go off and you just got to be like, oh, wait, hold on. They not to be messed with. Don't sleep. No.
I just did that last week. I'm nice, Vashti.
No, you're not the person who I would say, oh, Sheena wouldn't go off on somebody. I know you would go off on somebody, and you present as such. I do as well. Some people don't present like they won't, that like they'll go off. And every now and then you got to let somebody know with a well-placed curse word, just for a little emphasis.
I am a prolific user of profanity. I'm very proficient at it. And I feel like it adds just a little touch of seasoning to whatever it is that you have to say. I'm a proponent for cursing. I'm sorry, cussing.
Every now and then, you got to let them know, because honestly,
yeah, you do.
Other people are watching this, and not.
Sure.
We already talked about the players as well, but we've been around coaches, right? And I've seen. I cover Duke and UNC as well. I've seen, and whether you're a Duke fan or not, you got to respect Coach K. Coach K works the refs. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
He will work the ref, whether it's a good close call or whatever. Coach K worked the refs so that in crunch time, when it came down on the line, they had it together. So, like, even JC said that Mike Evans works the refs before the game.
All of the best do.
Look for this. Look for that. You gotta work the refs. Yeah. There is no shame in that. And even on the sideline, like, even without an explanation, sometimes rip that headset off. Give them some juice, because in a game like that, you need to.
You have to. And I mean, all of the best coaches and players know how to do that. Whether they do it, loudly, not Sheena L. Jackson. I feel you though. I be cussing. But but yeah, all the best do that. All the best know how to do that. Even with T-Mac, what's interesting is that when I asked him about the physicality of the first Bucks game, after that first Bucks game, he said, "Look, I know that I have to earn my stripes." He was very pointed in his answer, which I appreciate. I'm not trying to ask them questions to get them fined. I know that it's a very slippery slope when it comes to criticizing officiating, but at the end of the day, like that, the best ones know how to work the refs. And from a player standpoint, T-Mac said, "I ain't earned my stripes yet. I ain't gonna get those calls just yet. I gotta pay my dues." But to see that ticky-tack call against him was insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And who knew that there was a 1 yard buffer for the offensive player, but a 5 yard buffer for defensive backs? I never knew that until that day.
Because you don't see it. Like, if you're going to do it,
Yeah.
let it be consistent. Don't decide in a game of this magnitude that you want to enforce the rules to a T. We see DBs and wide receivers like hand checking and doing all that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
There was a comment, and I want to clarify this. So she said Mike Evans signed autographs for the refs after the game. Let me clarify this, guys, because we were right there.
That was not that game.
Not this game. This was a game. That was a game in Charlotte that the Panthers won. Was it last year or the year before?
2022.
2022. Mike Evans did sign an autograph. We asked. Supposedly that ref was retiring, and they were in a celebrity golf tournament, and he was signing the card from the celebrity golf tournament. Whatever, but he did sign an autograph for a ref, which shows you some of that stuff does happen. But for clarification, that was not this past week.
No, that was not that game. No,
that was not this past week. On the bright side of things, T-Mac eclipsed 1,000 yards, and I hate when guys like have a monumental type achievement and they can't really celebrate it. Right, yeah. But this is what he said after the game about it.
I've been able to kind of just took a moment. Obviously everybody on the sideline knew I broke it and knew I hit 1,000 yards, so they was kind of congratulating me. So, I just had a quick moment to where, I felt appreciated, but then, I got to click into that mode to where we want to go down and win the game. And, it was an unfortunate scenario where, I was able to break it, but we still lost the game and possibly out of the playoffs. So it's kind of hard to, maybe I'll think about it later.
So this is a question I want to ask. Is he Rookie of the Year? Because Shuck kind of came on at the end of the
season. That Shuck came on at the end, but I think it was too little too late. I think that your offensive Rookie of the Year is definitely Teteroa McMillan. We heard a lot about Ibuka, and that talk kind of faded as the season went on. T-Mac's actually the only wide receiver in that rookie class to eclipse 1,000 yards.
And Ibuka, once Mike Evans came back, and I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
because you had guys like Godwin and Evans out, so he was going to Ibuka. But once they came back, those targets are cut in half, if not more than that. So shout out T-Mac, probably your future offensive Rookie of the Year, the first one since the Panthers had since Cam Newton, right? Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And
wait, CMC? No, CMC didn't win it.
I don't think so.
No. I don't think he didn't win it.
Where did you watch the game yesterday, or did you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, me. Well, I was flying for part of it, and so I caught the second part of the game once I landed. But I was checking the score. I was score checking. I was a little nervous. I said, I am too invested in a Falcons Saints game. But, in typical Panthers fashion, they had to go around the mountain, up the corner, to the store and back. They had to take the scenic route to the playoffs. It just would not be Panthers football if they weren't cardiac catting it all the way through. Even that game was close.
Oh, yeah.
Every possession of that game yesterday was like a tennis match. So I'm not fond of the Panthers putting me in that position yesterday. I'm going to say that.
Well, I watched it. I went out and watched it. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to watch the game just because,
Yeah, I mean, and that's
I
what I
did.
was thinking in the first half. I was like, do I want to watch or do I just want to check in on the score every now and again?
In the chat, let us know. Let us know where you watched the game, how invested you were. This is what Bryce said after the loss on Saturday about him watching the Saints Falcons game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if I mean, I haven't thought about it. Yeah, it would be a tough one to might not even watch, to be honest with you. I might just see how it ends up. You know, it's on us for that being our reality. We had opportunity to take it. Now we have to leave it in someone else's hands. So we take ownership in that.
Yo, that's one of the realest Bryce Young moments in the presser.
Now I believe
in
that.
A formal presser, that was one of the realest moments. He said, man, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it.
I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. I 1,000% don't think he watched that game. I don't think that a lot of the guys watched it. I think they scored. They checked in on the score every now and again.
I don't know, but this is what DB said about it.
Hell yeah, got to. I ain't got no choice.
How hard is it not know? How hard is like walking out of this locker room not knowing?
Say he was gonna watch the game.
I mean, I live my life where I don't need anybody to do anything for me. So I mean, it's tough to have to sit around and wait to see the result tomorrow.
Derek, you grew up in Atlanta. I presume you were a Falcons fan, and tomorrow, I guess you're going to be a hell of a big Falcons fan. Take us through that.
I'll be watching the game. Put it that way.
Yo, DB gangster, because DB.
He's not about to say no. I'm not going to say I'm a Falcons fan.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop short of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna watch the game, because what you're not gonna do is get me to say I'm a fan of a team that is a division rival. Smart and quick answer. You're not gonna back me into that. They almost got him right there. They almost got him right there. Yeah, but he did watch the game. Let's see. Some people said they score watched.
Yeah, that's what I did. Ooh,
Carlo, shout out Carlo, said Bryce is lying. You know he watched it. Slick Vic said, I think who? Bryce watched it? No, I don't think he watched it.
I don't think he watched it either.
Slick Vic said he was glued to the TV. Listen, it's a real one on this team. Oh, this is Bryce. I'm sorry, Baker. Baker watched it. Yep, that's him watching the game. Chris.
That's nasty work for his wife to put that out there. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? And it was everywhere too. It was everywhere.
Everywhere. Yes.
Like, honey, read the room. Read the room. Because the bruh stress, here you are kikiing and laughing. That'd have been enough for me to say, you know what, babe? I'm leaving. Because what is so funny? What we laughing at? And posting me.
It's a high stress situation. And you gonna put me on your Instagram? No,
yeah, ma'am. She was wrong for that. She was wrong for that.
But I was looking, I was like, why would she post that? Insane.
You retweeted this. In that Atlanta game, CJ Henderson had a crucial pass breakup in the end zone. Jamie Robinson had a block punt, and Felipe Franks recovered the kick, block right? Punt. No, he didn't recover the block punt. Ghost of Panthers pass. Y'all giving Fit some props.
Banding together. The ghost of Panthers pass banded together. CJ Henderson felt like he owed the Panthers. You remember that game in 22? You remember that game to go to the playoffs? I think the ghost of Panthers pass. They banded together and got him through that thing. Shout out Bijan Robinson. Like honorary Panther, low-key.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet. You know the lady with the Popeyes fast food worker that's like on the bench.
I saw that.
Somebody said this is Bijan Robinson working to get the Panthers into the playoffs, and I feel that is so accurate. So accurate.
Before we move on to LA, I want to wrap this up with one of the realest things I saw on social yesterday. Rob Hunt had a little thank you. To the Falcons. If you haven't seen this, we got over 1,100 people in here. Thank you guys for watching. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you're subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button, resharing. We got a lot of comments. We appreciate y'all for the comments. But let me tell you what, Rob Hunt Trill, and this is a time I love this stuff.
That's absolutely hilarious.
On the NFL's post announcing the Panthers as the NFC South champions, the Falcons a Falcons official page commented, "You're welcome." And Rob Hunt said, "Appreciate it, FN." Now, you can use the FN in multiple ways. I'm not going to tell you how I took it, but maybe it means Falcons Nation. We are in mixed company. You know how I don't
get up out of here, Vashti. Bye. That's like letting a naysayer know. That is like letting a naysayer know.
Maybe he meant Falcons Nation. Maybe that's what he meant.
Falcon Nation. That is not what that meant. Hilarious. Okay. I cannot.
Well, let me tell you what.
Falcon Nation, Vashti.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Certain things aren't. If you don't know, then you.
Oh no, I know you. Look,
if you don't know, you aren't supposed to know. Right?
We're not going to let a naysayer know today.
If you do know, then you're supposed to know. So if you know what I know, this is a gold response, yo. Shout out, because we thank you, but we still not cool.
I'm sorry. The FN had me crying. I saw it. I said, you know what?
Hey, somebody, Vashti, you know exactly what that meant. Of course I did. I know what it meant. I know what it means. I'm just saying, everybody doesn't know what it means, and everybody isn't supposed to know what it means. So,
facts.
There we go with that. All right. Rams on Saturday, 4:30. The Panthers will host their first playoff game since the 2015 season, their Super Bowl season, which it just happens to be the 10-year anniversary, all of the things. You want to talk about the drum now or at the end?
I'm looking for the comment so that I can pin it.
It was way up at the top.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, it's above my pay grade, but I am working on it. I'm working as hard as I can. I really am. I'm trying hard to
You're trying hard
make
to do
this
what?
happen. I'm trying to get one to come bang that drum. It's only right. 10th year, first home playoff game since that season. It's only right. They've been bringing back legends of the game. It's only right.
Shout out Darius
It's
Butler. Thank you for watching. Who's on the drum this weekend? The only person that need to be on the drum pregame and ahead of the fourth quarter is Cameron Jarrell Newton. Because let me tell you what, there's some things you got to do for your fan base, right? Don't you try. And no respect, no disrespect.
What you about to say, Vashti?
Don't try TD up here to bang this drum. We don't want to. Shout out TD, one of the best Panthers. We see him enough. We don't want to see him out here.
You're nuts.
Okay? Don't bring out Steve Smith for the drum. We see Steve Smith every 2 weeks. Okay? Let Charles Johnson stay where he at. Okay? We understand these are all Panthers legends. All right? Let DeLone stay in the booth. And you know what? Shout out Luke.
It's got to be one.
We don't want to see Luke either, okay?
We see Luke every week. It's got to be one
person who you need to bring out to bang on that drum, and that's Cameron Jarrell Newton. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it happen, but
I
this
feel like
is
anything else.
Don't do it then.
I'm not.
Don't
and no disrespect to who it is if he is not there, but anyone other than Cameron Newton would be a disappointment.
Would be not just a disappointment, a disservice. A disservice to this fan base who has been down for you, who many are fans of the team because of Cam Newton. You got to understand, the Panthers have only been around since 1995. The core of their fan base are kids who are like 9, 10 around that Cameron Newton time frame. They became fans because Cam Newton did what he did when he was QB1. So now
for sure.
you have He's already said he likes Bryce. He's passing reins on to Bryce. You posted video of Sheena. Sheena, you posted a video of him proudly looking at the playoff run. I don't know what y'all need to do. Beg, borrow, steal. I mean, drop a
Get
bag.
him there.
Do
Get
whatever.
him there.
Let me tell you
Get him there. He needs to be in Bank of America Stadium at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, Eastern time, banging that drum. Anyone else would be a disappointment. Who said John Casey?
I'm telling you what, y'all playing with me now because y'all know don't play with me, Carolina Panthers. I don't need to see anybody else. I already think that the team dropped the ball with not giving proper homage to the 2015 season.
That team.
I know they did something before the season began. I really feel like they could have done little nuggets, little pieces honoring that team that was so significant
throughout the season,
to the city,
for sure.
to the league, all of that throughout the season. I felt like that could have been handled better. And I've said that before. You can make amends for all of that. All of that.
You bring one. If one comes out that tunnel, that place is going to erupt.
Let me tell you.
It's going to erupt. It's going to erupt.
I don't want to see Julius Peppers. They might even try to bring Julius. I'm sorry. I like Julius.
Cam's
Julius is one of my favorite players. Let Julius stay in Miami. We don't want to see Julius either. None. No. Delete that comment. Keep Carolina Mike in Minnesota. I'm tired of that dumb song. Like, we got to move on from stuff. Like, come on now. Like, if it ain't
they're 0-2 with him in attendance, so
if it ain't Cam beating the drum, just let Sir Purr do it or something like that. Because
yeah. Now y'all playing. Y'all talking about Fozzie Whitaker. Now y'all playing. I'm about to block your account. Block your account. Well, I can't block you because that's my dad's last name, McQueen. So I ain't gonna block you today, Mike. But yeah, y'all play too much. Yeah, he's the only answer.
And you know what? Don't even announce it. And I think that people
just let him walk through there.
Yeah, and it would not take attention away from the team. Like, it would rile and rally your fan base. Sure. This is not for the team. They should be locked in or whatever they do anyway. But as far as your fan base to get your crowd going, come on. That's it.
There's no other answer. There's no other answer. Oh no.
All right. So quick preview for the Rams game. Last time the Panthers were able to run the ball very effectively. Well, for the most part, 164 rushing yards. And
I think that's solid. That's solid enough to make
194 passing yards. It was a very balanced game. Here's the kicker, though. The Panthers were 7 for 15 on third down, and the Rams were just 2 for 5. What does that tell you? They got to figure out third down.
They got to figure out third down. And what I did notice from that game, they made Matthew Stafford uncomfortable. He was playing uncharacteristically. He gave that thing up 3 times. 2 interceptions and a fumble. Sack fumble to end the game, pretty much, to end the game. What I did notice, and I do not like to be a Debbie Downer, and I said that during the game, I said, they're not stopping them. They're having to get takeaways. It's a big difference. It's a big difference when they got to play up and go through they're not forcing a ton of punts. I think they punted maybe twice in that game. I mean, and it was cold and it was rainy, but, you know, it was weather for both teams. They have to get takeaways. That's just what this team is, because that team is very, very limited in terms of how aggressive they can be. So you have to get takeaways.
The Rams punted only once in that game. The Rams only punted once.
So while it looks like a defensive, So while it looks like they dominated defensively, if they don't take the ball away, they're not keeping the Rams out of the end zone. Like, I'm not saying this is going to be Saturday, but that's what happened in that first meeting. I feel like the players outperformed the scheme.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
people were on here asking for Evero to get these flowers and whatever else that you guys wanted him to have. I didn't even want to give him a pedal because I feel like when the defense plays well, they're playing well in spite of the scheme, not because of it. They are outperforming the scheme, and to be able to have a chance on Saturday and to be able to move to the next round of these NFL playoffs, they're going to have to take the ball away.
And
They've got to take the ball. And they were shorthanded on defense. They were.
You bring up a very good point because if the Panthers didn't get the turnovers, the Rams scored touchdowns. They didn't even score field goals. Here are their
they were in that end zone.
Here are their possessions. First possession, touchdown. Back-to-back interceptions, touchdown, into half. Only one punt, which was in the third quarter, another touchdown, and then a fumble toward the end of the game. That's it. Like, they weren't even, like, the Panthers could not stop these guys without getting turnovers. They're going to have to try to duplicate that. JC did not play in that game. JC will be back. Who else didn't play in that game?
Merrick.
Oh, Roseboom. Merrick was suspended. So they're going to have to figure it out. On the flip side, the Panthers punted 3 times, but they did what they needed to do to win that game. And
that's the thing. Let's touch on that for a second. Bryce has been getting trashed for having 150, 170, under 200 yards. It does not matter if he throws for 2 yards if the Panthers win, because if you're going to make wins and losses or losses a quarterback statistic, you got to make wins a quarterback statistic too. And like you said, they did what they needed to do to win the game, and that's fundamentally how teams win.
I don't care if the
teams that are able to sustain. If they win the game, they won the game. It is what it is.
Matters.
I think that, and that brings us to the other point. You said they had a very balanced attack. What are we going to see out of Dave Canales as a play caller on Saturday?
Listen, I thought Dave Canales was going to go in his bag against the Buccaneers, and we got a flea flicker in the red zone.
He's standing behind that flea flicker.
And he sure is standing. He said he liked the call. They said that they worked on the playoff season. He liked where it was. Not what I would have gone with. But again, I'm not an NFL head coach, and I'm not even close to it. But the flea flicker obviously did not work. I think Canales needs to, on whatever first drive offensively, he needs to take a shot, because you got to set a tone. You got to set a tone that, listen, we going balls to the wall.
To the wall. He has it in his tool bag, but he doesn't bring it out until it's like 3 to 5 minutes later, like left in the game. He doesn't bring it out to the fourth quarter. And that's interesting to me because it was there all game. It was there all game on Saturday. It was there all game. Bryce can make those throws. If he can't make him show you that he can't make those throws. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that he waits until fourth quarter and they have to play hero ball. And I just think that he needs to trust that. But he also brought up Jalen Coker today, and Coker playing double the amount of snaps that Xavier Legette did on Saturday. And it seems like that's what it's going to be going forward. I think Xavier played like 30-some% of the snaps, and Jalen had 80 to 90.
Mm-hmm. But Xavier made a couple of catches. Y'all know how I feel. We're not going to beat the
Xavier.
Yeah. Whatever they need to do.
We know how y'all feel about Xavier.
Yeah.
So
whatever they need to do, they need to do. This is what Canales said about the run game today.
Group effort starts with me and the coaching staff, making sure that we have the right plan together for our guys. And then it starts up front with the O-line, the blocking, the combos, making sure we're moving guys off the spot to get the play started. And then once the backs have the ball, just looking for that violent style of play that we saw, that we know they can, and return to that and make sure we're getting efficient runs on a consistent basis.
Is it that simple? I guess it is.
It sounds simple. I mean, it sounds simple. But you got to do it. You got to do it week in and week out. And a lot of people, I've seen the questions in the chat. They're the same questions that everybody has. Is it on Bryce for not taking the shots, or is it on Canales? Canales has to call him.
Yeah.
He has to call him. He has to. And we see games where we're like, okay, they turned the corner in their trust of each other. And then the next game, it's like vanilla again. So I like you said, I mean, it's win or go home. There's nothing to save. You're not saving for next week. You're not like, use your plays. There's no, there's no saving for later, because if you don't do what you need to do, game over.
And speaking
And
of
again, like I said, I think that he has had flashes. Canales has shown a lot of flashes as a play caller. I just don't know if all that responsibility is too much.
That's the thing. Like, there have been a lot of calls for, I like Canales as a head coach, but not as a signal caller. And we said this in the last quick blitz. I don't anticipate he'll give up being the offensive coordinator. And maybe he has to figure out his groove. It's only year 2 into a large responsibility. You got to understand he was only 1 year as the OC before he became head coach of the Panthers.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to give that up during the offseason. I think he gives himself at least another year. Yeah, so all of y'all saying get a different OC, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Panthers are 10.5-point underdogs. Is that fair, or is that a little disrespectful?
Well, they were 10-point underdogs the first time around, weren't they?
Yep.
That's why the game got to be played. And it was the highest. The Rams are the highest road playoff favorite in NFL history.
Wow.
The Bucs were -10 at Washington in 2020 and won 31-23.
So the last time it was a 10-point underdog, the Bucs ended up winning.
Yeah, the Washington Commanders at that time were the 10-point underdogs, and the Bucs won by 8.
Listen, I thought the Panthers, because they have lost games and then won them, lost and then won them. But I really think the Panthers like playing this underdog role, and they have thrived in that. I don't know how they're going to handle this week. I mean, I feel like, this will benefit them. In previous weeks where they could lock up the division, they had everything to lose. This week, they have nothing to lose.
Lose. No one's giving you a chance
at all.
And the thing is, and you beat this team when they were the number 1 seed in the NFC. You beat the Packers when they were the number 1 seed in the NFC, and no one is respecting you. People are expecting you to be slaughtered, one and done. You should just be happy to be there. Everyone is saying that. You got the lazy analysts that are saying that Bryce Young just isn't good enough. That the Panthers, that the NFC South is just a trash division, which is not the greatest division. It's not the strongest division, but they're there. They're there.
Every year, a high seed gets knocked off. Like, this is what happens. It's like the tournament. Yeah. I remember when the Steelers went into the playoffs and they didn't have a great record that year that they won with Mike Tomlin. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. But I do think what will benefit the Panthers is, like, nobody expects them to win. Like,
nobody is giving them a chance.
There is no pressure.
But I can take. But who I don't think are taking them, who I do think are taking them seriously? Them Rams that lost a couple weeks ago. You would be foolish if you're within that Rams organization and you don't take this game seriously, if you think it's a gimme, because you thought it was a gimme a couple weeks ago too, and it was not.
I think
everybody said no. They said no J.C. Horn, no Trayvon Merrick, no interior linebackers. Food.
I think naturally they're going to sleep on them, though, because I think in their minds, because when you look at stuff, you already are psyched up or psyched out from the beginning. I don't think they'll sleep on the Panthers, but I think when they were playing, they wanted to play the Panthers because they feel like that would be an easy.
It was the easy win.
Yeah. So if you already going into the game thinking, oh yeah, I want to play them because we know we can beat them. We know they're not that. We know they're not very good. Okay. Well, maybe they will sleep on them a little bit. That's all that you can hope, I guess. There you go. I didn't even know that stat. Shout out Matt Schuler. The Panthers division is the only division that every team has reached the Super Bowl in the last 15 to 20 years. It's like honestly, and I hate the basketball. Everybody says the ACC is weak, but the ACC puts teams in the Final Four. That same thing. The NFC South might be a weaker conference because of their record, But this is a gritty conference. You can't sleep on anybody just because you think, oh, they
Absolutely
limped
not.
into the playoffs. Nah.
Listen, everybody is 0-0 right now. Right, wrong, and indifferent. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's going to have to win 4 games to be Super Bowl champions. Period. That just is what it is. And again, 10.5-point underdogs is egregious. And I mean, I don't know if it's because of the inconsistencies, but just some of the narratives I've seen. And you guys, I will say this, I'll be honest, I do not watch a lot of national sports programming. I watch the Pat McAfee show, but the other stuff, I see the clips that you guys post on Twitter. I am not consuming this because I know that for some reason it is not a prerequisite to watch a Panthers game to be a Panthers analyst. A man sat there and he said that Bryce Young just is not good enough. He doesn't know how the Panthers beat the Rams. You didn't watch the game because Bryce very much was a part of why they beat the Rams the last time. But that's just what it is. And anything that you guys send me with the guy whose name sounds like a chew, I'm not gonna say his name. I have his name muted. I have his entire existence muted. Y'all send me stuff or at me in his stuff, I'm going to block you. I ain't gonna block you. I'll mute you for a little bit, but I just don't want to hear it. You know, I think that these guys have been able to say the same old thing about the Panthers for so many years that it just gets regurgitated as opposed to actually watching the game and seeing where this team at, what's going on, you know, what are the strengths and weaknesses. It's just easy to say, oh, it's the offensive line, oh, it's Bryce Young because he's short, oh, he only weighs at X amount. Like, it's easy to throw that out there because you're not watching the games. And I really wish going forward, if this season doesn't do anything else, I hope it puts enough respect on the Panthers' name where you actually have to watch the game to be able to analyze them, and you don't get to get on TV or get in front of your podcast mic and just spew nonsense.
Well, there we go.
Soapbox.
We got over 1,500 people in here. Thank you guys for watching. Wow. I know, right? Y'all are with us on a Monday night. We're going to be wrapping up soon. But if you are not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribing and liking and following us. Sheena, Cleet Blakeman, give us a rundown of this official and he kind of
you know me, things. You know I'm always on that football zebra site. I'm always on because I be needing to know who's going to be officiating the games. So Cleet Blakeman, guys, he has not officiated a Panthers game this season. He did officiate the Falcons win over the Rams in Week 17. He officiated Super Bowl 50. I know that is
for real?
He officiated Super Bowl 50.
Did he say whether it was a catch or not? He said it wasn't a catch.
He said Cotry didn't catch it, and the Panthers fans are still living about that to this day. I mean, these are big. I feel like every call in the Super Bowl is a big call. Every play is a big play, especially a game like that of that magnitude. But the Panthers, I want to say, are 3-11 or 3-12 in games that he's officiated. He hasn't officiated it. He hasn't officiated any this season. The Panthers have been catching raw deals. Maybe it's time for I saw a tweet that said that Tepper didn't pay the Illuminati tax.
Well,
you know how I am about the Illuminati. Yeah, but they said that they said Tepper got to pay his fees. But no, on a serious note, guys, not implying that the officials get bribed or anything like that. But officiating matters. Officiating matters. As we saw last week, as we saw in the Saints game, it matters. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or say, oh my God, they're going to lose this game because Cleet Blakeman is officiating. Maybe he feels bad for saying Cotry and catch the ball and he's going to,
but the
make
thing
up for the missed call.
I do think all of the bad press for how bad the officiating was during the Tampa Bay Panthers game will bode in the Panthers' favor because I think that
you don't want to continue that agenda.
Yeah, the league is going to be like, yo, we don't need to give anybody any reason to distrust this game or our product. So before we go, thanks for that. That was good stuff, Sheena. Every time we run into y'all say, oh, we love the podcast shot. We saw somebody at Tampa Bay when we were going into the stadium. I don't know the gentleman's name, but we appreciate all the support. And anytime somebody says, oh, I love the podcast, I'm like, Well, what's your favorite segment? What are you
Favorite part?
dripping or tripping? Dripping or tripping. So guess what, guys? We are doing dripping or tripping, and we got plenty of photos because photographer was on site for us. Shout out Houston Bennett. So we don't have to rely on the Panthers photos because we got our own. So we're going to start with the head coach.
He's normally a lot more streamlined. I thought he looked pretty relaxed. I like the addition of some color because he usually goes either gray or black. So I like the addition of the color. I think that it meshes well. Are those he always has on some cowboy boots? I think did he tell us he used to make them?
Those are brunch boots. Those are like
you love calling out the brunch
those are like Chelsea boots. Those aren't cowboy boots.
He looks like he's about to go have brunch with a place with grass on the walls.
He gave us Colorado style. I like it. I actually like it.
I like it. I like the fit.
Boots are kind of like an army green. I even like the way the pant is a little short. I like this. It's giving, I'm the cool guy at church. It's giving elevation.
He's a youth pastor. Is it giving youth pastor?
It's giving elevation.
It's giving Pastor Furtick?
Whatever. I don't watch him, but I'm saying it's giving that vibe.
Pastor Furtick. That's funny.
It's giving elevation vibe. This is elevation. So, hey, I like the fit. I like the Chelsea boot. We got the little.
I think he goes to elevation. If I'm not mistaken.
That's what I heard too. Got the Gucci roller bag. I like it. Yeah. I like it.
I like it.
I'm gonna give it a drip.
I'm gonna give it drip.
Bobby Brown.
I didn't even see Bobby. You saw Bobby. I didn't even see Bobby.
I like this.
I like steps. We don't get to see it often. The Panthers don't post it often, so I am glad that we were able to get that fit because we always see him later in the locker room, and he always slimy.
Listen,
I don't feel like he's had a miss this season.
I like this. Somebody said that ain't Bobby. Yes, it is Bobby. I like the.
Oh no! Someone said that ain't it, Bobby.
Oh, that ain't it. Come on, Shazam. I like it. I like the cropped cardigan with the color blocking. I like the baggy barrel type pant to match the gray in the cardigan. I even like the oversized white tee. I like that.
I like the fit. I think it came together really well. Somebody said give him a gold chain. He does have on a chain.
Looks like his little brother coat. Y'all, it's cropped.
But that's the style. Cropped. That's the style. Yeah, it's cropped. Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
Y'all ate QB1 up for having a WNBA sweatshirt on. I didn't know that it would be frowned upon to support women's sports.
I mean, I thought it was drip. I liked the way I
liked it with the shattered backboard. He put on the shades and became Bryce Christopher. I like the fit. I feel like it's some personality. No, and I saw people saying in the comments that that he has a stylist now. He does not. This is just he's told me that he just picks something up out the closet and he goes. I don't think he puts too much time into it, but I feel like he put some effort into this one.
That hockey I like how jersey,
the shattered back. Yeah, I like how the shattered the orange of the shattered.
It's from Player Society. Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
I don't know why y'all was hating on this. This is drip, and even
the shades, they were hating bad.
When I saw Bryce walk through. You wouldn't have. I thought he was going to go for 300 yards. I thought he was going. He would have 3.
He would have had 300 without that Tetero at OPI. That would have put him over 300. But I liked it. Do you remember when he was walking down and we just looked at each other?
Because we thought it was up.
Bryce Christopher.
We thought it was up. This is drip.
Okay, this is what I don't get. 2 snaps. What makes this 2 snaps?
Please explain what 2 snaps is.
In living color. When they said 2 snaps.
And whatever else. Everybody doesn't know.
I guess you got to be a certain age. Yeah, I guess you got to be a certain age. Aging myself with that. But I liked it. I thought it was drip. I thought the comments, the detractors were. It didn't make sense to me. I didn't know that he was going to get that much hate from this fit because I thought it slapped. I liked it.
It's swaggy to me. Real quick, Bryce better have the visor on. Sheena asked Bryce about the visor. I don't know if you guys saw her video, but he says is no rhyme or reason to the visor. He decides on it. If he's wearing it through the week, he'll probably wear it during the game, and that's it.
So we will get an inclination tomorrow of whether or not he wears the visor. He said normally by Wednesday, if he's wearing it, he's going to wear it in the game. So tomorrow is our Wednesday because the game is on Saturday. So everything's moved up a day. So we'll see. Everybody's going to be on visor watch tomorrow at practice.
All right, here we got Big Rob. I like this. I'm a denim on denim girly.
You are denim on denim girl.
I like denim on denim. I like the way I even like the pant. Like I guess the pant kind of stopping right there to show the off-white
at the
sneaker,
ankles,
the orange hat. I like this.
That was intentional. I feel like that was very intentional to show the sneaker.
I like it. Somebody said I'm lying. I like it.
Honestly, the guys came dressed like they were gonna handle business Saturday.
This drip to me, I don't know what you guys want, but I like this. I like this.
Someone asked if it's supposed to rain on Saturday, and indeed it is. 75% chance of rain on Saturday. It rained in the first meeting between the Rams and Panthers, but yeah, I digress. The Canadian tuxedo, yeah, that's what they call it. This probably was one of my favorite looks.
Okay, tell us why.
I am a personality person. Now, I will give you, like, early on when we did Dripping or Tripping, Chuba was a habitual tripper. But, and honestly, I thought this was Trayvon Merrick at first.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
You're like, oh, they like this outfit. I said, oh, what was it? And that was Lathan, but it's giving me Trayvon Merrick vibes. If you guys don't know, Merrick has a pretty, like a rock style, chic type of style to him. I like this fit. I mean, it wasn't that cold in Tampa, but I like the fit. I like the way he put it together. I like the inside here. I love the jacket. I love the jacket.
Yeah. That jacket, it looked good. Like it looks decent in the photo. When he walked in with the jacket and the shades, it was like, okay, Lathan here, because here. And Lathan put some effort into the fit. I noticed, like, I heard the young kids are saying that all white forces are old man shoes, but he got on the all white forces.
Damn, they are?
Yeah, that's what they say. They saying that the all white forces are the old man shoes. Them young kids don't know. Them high school kids don't know. They wear shoes that look dirty and cost $800.
Yeah.
Like,
so does Hunter Renfro, but still.
No, his didn't cost $800.
No, his definitely were $85. We've got to see. We are old, Dr. Mike too, but we've got to see Hunter's fit on game day. I would be interested in seeing what he pull up in.
But yeah, this is drip. This is drip. You brought up Merrick. This is what Merrick had on.
He looked, you know what? This is given where was Tariq's moving that work at on Power Goes?
Oh.
Yeah, on Power Goes. Now, where was he pushing?
Like Tariq? That's how Tariq.
He looks like he would have worked. He looks like he's on that camp.
When he was at the private school.
Yes, and I'm mad because I can't think of the name. But yeah, he definitely looked like he would have been moving work through Course Connect or whatever they called it. Stansfield. That's where he was at. He looks like he's going to the class at Stansfield. But I do like it though.
Bring up. I didn't even notice that. Bro got the wired
AirPods.
Oh boy, I hope they're not bringing those back. But I actually like this look. I love a black and white look. Whatever it is,
I like that.
Black and white always gets me. And I even like he's wearing a hat that says Charlotte. So like even a nod to the crib. I like this look. I think the black and white with the bomber jacket is fresh, and the little glasses gives nerd that can beat you up energy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like
because
that.
he definitely can throw them hands and does. But someone said he looked like a Cambridge student. He needed a Montclair. Y'all, it was hot. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean,
It
it
was
wasn't
cold in First
hot.
Box.
It
It
was
wasn't
raining
cold
though.
enough for Montclair. Yeah, it was rainy, but I liked it. I think I'm gonna give it drip.
All right, here we go.
Jalen looked like he just was coming to work. That's all I got. He was coming to work.
But the thing is, like, I feel like the team issue sweats look so that like they are decent looking sweats, right? This is giving Timu sweats. And maybe they not Timu sweats. I just all right. This ain't drip. Okay, we'll just put it like that. Bruh. This is
They said
like
all of
we
Jalen's
said.
fits give landscaper energy. That's nuts.
This is it's raining outside and I'm about to run to the store real quick.
Pretty much.
Like we said before, you want something from the store? That's what this is. I don't care about the Louis bag. It's given. You need something from the store real quick? I'm about to head to the store.
I'll be right back.
Come on. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
All right, Damian Lewis.
He's the first time dripper to tripping.
He hasn't been on here because they don't give us pictures of him.
They don't give us pictures of D. Lou. What do you think?
I'm not mad.
The big boy swag. I feel like as a whole, I mean, you got Austin and you got Taylor. You call him Trading Tryon. We haven't gotten to him yet. You have Austin, who looks like he goes catfishing with his hands, and that works. You know what I'm saying? That works for what he does. I like this because it's not over the top, like trying to be too eclectic, but it's individualized. Like it looks like it's his personal style. Does that make sense?
It too. Yeah, it does. And again, another crop jacket. Big men with the crop jacket. I'm a fan of. Somebody asked those are Gucci shoes. I can't tell if they're Gucci like crop type shoe or Gucci loafer or whatever. I even like the Scully with the glasses and the Scully in the shirt
and
matching. This is subtle drip. This ain't knock you over your head, but I like this. I'm gonna say
they caught him stepping on his pants.
I'm gonna get this drip. All right, Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons is a guy who says that he's gonna come out with a clothing line. Like he is into fashion. So we're gonna judge this for a guy who is into fashion. Do you like that?
I don't like the sneakers.
You don't? I like the sneakers. No,
I'm not a huge fan of chunky platform sneakers though.
But they weren't that chunky. It was like a Van type shoe. No, you ain't with it.
I like the fit. I just don't like the shoes.
Okay, fair enough.
I like the fit, though.
I actually thought the shoes were cool. It gave like a little skater vibe. I see what he's going for here. He's giving a kind of like skater preppy. I wish the bag complemented the fit more. And I know that bag costs a lot of money. I see the color, I see the teal. I just wish the bag fit the fit a little bit more.
Tied into the look a little bit better. I get what you're saying.
Back Outside Boys is good. In a way, this gives me Pharrell Neptune vibes. Yeah, I can see that.
I agree.
I can see that too.
Even with the ponytail, I mean, you guys can't really see it, but he had his hair pulled back into a pony that day too.
All right.
Not Urkel.
Princely takes pride in how he looks as well.
Yeah. Princely is a rock star. Like he's very much a rocker. Like he gives like black boy grunge. Does that make sense?
And I like it. I like the Balenciaga hat. I like the Papa color in the orange jacket. And then also in the shoe, you got the color. Windsuit pants are in. Who is it?
Hayden.
Mm-hmm. You know we
But
got
yeah,
beef.
that's drip for me. I like that.
I'm just kidding. Hey, Aiden. I like the windsuit pants. Yeah. So I think this is drip. Who else we got?
Somebody said Whitney
Yeah.
Simmons playing. Oh, there you go. No, the look out the corner of his eyes. He walked by us, sent me.
He was
like,
trying
Whitney
so hard to
Simmons.
be like straight ahead.
It
It's crazy
was
because
so funny.
these guys are walking to the dressing room and you got people just videoing you or photoing you, and we're there too. We
And
wanna
they're
get the fit.
silent.
And they're trying not to like look and be weird about it, but it's also very weird. I wouldn't be mad if like somebody bought a boombox and let the music play to loosen these guys up on the road, because I don't know. But listen, Moten is giving me like
baby shower,
casual, not even not baby shower with the Burberry.
Baby shower Burberry.
I'm not mad at this look. Moten likes a tight jean, but this is a nice fitted pant. Yeah. You got the Burberry shirt on, the Burberry thing. It's giving trade and try on the weekend though. This is the guy.
He looks nice. He looks nice.
Yeah, he's. I like this look. I'm gonna say
the corner of the eye look was funny. He was like
was too funny. That was too funny. All right, we got a couple more. Ashawn
likes pink.
I literally was thinking the same thing. This is a guy
he had
the pink windsuit pants on. He got the pink. I actually like this. I like the long pant cut off
sneakers. Yeah,
I like the
I like the way the pants and the sneakers go together.
I like this.
How it
casual.
flows. Yeah.
I thought he would give us a little more dressy, but I actually like the styling of this. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I like that. That's not bad. Y'all did not call him TD Jakes.
Turk got to get on that field because how you trip over? What's going on with that? How severe is the injury?
Tripped over a teammate in a walkthrough, and he's been out for a month.
We don't know, but it's got to be more severe than what was presented to us. Cause I don't know. I'm not mad at this. I like the Jordans. I like the jersey. I'm kind of torn on the pants, but I know the pants are kind of like stylish. So it looks like he put something into the fit. I'm not mad at it.
How you feeling about the gator, or I'm sorry, the crop hand? Is it a handbag? Somebody called it a purse, but I don't think they call it that.
It's not a purse. It's like a it's almost like a duffel, but I know it's expensive. I mean, that's all I know.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I know it's expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
A little tea. So this is something you'd only get on Quick Blitz. Were you in there when I asked him if his shoes were knockoffs? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. So I always am like looking at the guy's stuff, and apparently, like there are these furry type clog shoes that the guys have on in the locker room. And I saw him.
Drew has some.
I asked Scorton about these furry shoes, and he was like, "Nah, I had these for a while." He told me that he paid $800 for these furry like slipper shoes, and I was like, "Bro, you a wildin'." So I saw Turk with the same shoes, but they had like silver claws on them. So I was like, "Dang, you pay under $800 for yours too?" He was like, "Nah, I wouldn't dare pay that much." I said, "Oh, so they knockoffs?" This naturally, he was like, "Knockoffs." I said, "Oh goodness, no disrespect, but it was just another designer brand." I definitely asked him if his furry shoes were knockoffs, but
Vashti, you're nuts.
It wasn't no ill intent behind it. He handled it. I mean, he let me have it with like, nah, come on, but he wasn't rude about it. So listen, that's
Vashti did. Tell Vashti, I know you didn't. You guys would
Yes,
be
I did.
surprised. She swears that she's the good cop. Vashti is not.
But I wasn't asking if they were knockoffs or no
I
shady
know.
stuff. It
That's
was just
it's
like,
still funny though. It's still funny.
if there's a sneaker that costs $300 and you got it for $20, I'm gonna assume that they might be knockies.
That
But
they're knockoff. Yeah.
I mean, we know.
Yeah.
My bad. So, last but not, we got two more, I think. Jimmy ain't get this for Burlington now.
No, he didn't. Jimmy lied to us, dog.
Jimmy lied to us. Preseason,
Jimmy
lied. Said he goes
Jimmy
and gets clothes
to
from
Burlington Coat Factory.
Burlington. Now I don't know what Fitzroy is. Is that what that says? Fitzroy? Fitzroy?
It looks like it says Fitzroy. Yeah. Somebody said he didn't go to Burlington. He went to Ross.
Oh, now y'all stop. Is this giving Ross? This isn't giving Ross.
I don't think it's giving Ross. I think they're just being funny.
Well, I couldn't find it online, so maybe it's a friend's clothing line. A lot of these guys have homeboys and stuff who do clothing. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. I'm not mad at it at all. Last but not least, see, if you coming in sweats, do the team issue sweats.
Yeah. The team issue sweats are actually kind of nice.
They are nice. I like the way he folded it up so you can see the shoe and the sock.
Shoe. Yeah.
Like, don't.
And he loves him a colorful go yard. He loves a colorful go yard.
Like I don't sleep. I got 100 mil, but I'm gonna wear the team issue sweats, like levels, you know. Coker,
definitely.
Coker, you hoop on the field. You hoop on the field. You have been one of the worst on dripping or tripping. One of the worst. We just need you to.
Well, I mean, there's hope for him because, like I said, Chuba used to be a repeat offender on tripping. Like, I don't think we dripped him out until like last season.
Who?
Chuba used to be a repeat offender.
Oh yeah, but Chuba at least. But see, you know what? At least Chuba put forth effort. Like, even if I appreciate the effort to try to be stylish, even if you're trying to figure out your style. The Temu sweats for me is crazy. It's crazy. All right, guys. That's it. Oh my gosh, we got almost 2,000 people in here. Thanks for tuning in and watching with us. We said goodbye after the Bucs game for our halftime spaces, or at least potentially goodbye, because we didn't know what was going to happen. But we will be back.
But we back.
We back. All right, we will be back. Halftime Saturday kickoff is at 4:30. The Panthers will take on the Rams, and we'll see what it do, you know. So check us out in the halftime spaces, and we will be back with another episode, whether it is a season finale episode or if we are still going. Who knows?
Who knows?
Make sure you're following us, Sheena at Sheena_Marie3, me at Keep Blitzing. We thank y'all for all your support. Golly, 2,000 is crazy. But everybody who says stuff to us on the streets and encourages us and all the love that you give us, we appreciate it. And
Oh man, before we go, Vashti, someone said Coker getting roasted for drip is your QB school versus 19. I don't know if you remember, there is a QB school Twitter account that absolutely hates Adam Thielen. Hates him.
But no, I like Coker though. I like Coker.
I'm telling you guys, it's a rite of passage because some of you may not have been around a couple of seasons ago. But Chuba Hubbard was literally a repeat offender on dripping or tripping, and he has completely done a 180. I like probably 95% of what I see him wear in the locker room now.
It's just like Coker's a nice guy. He balls. It's just the fits on Sunday. I just want a little more. It's just a little nudge, just a little encouragement from your auntie who wants the best for you. Okay. That's it.
Not auntie. Get off of this stream.
All right, guys.
Get off the stream, man.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all again next week, next Monday. We should be able to do one lunchtime. If not, we'll be back again tonight. We have a great viewership right now, so maybe we'll do it on Monday night. we'll just see how it goes. But thanks for all y'all support. We out.